Hey, what's going on, homeboys? It's your boy CGOD, back up in the spot. Today, we are in my lovely garage. As you can see, in the garage. We got the rear of our lack right now lowered down with a bunch of weight. So, I figured we'd take it upon ourselves on this beautiful day. I'm going to remove all the weight from the trunk. Absolutely everything. Taking it all out, right? Pull all that junk out. And then we're going to measure it and see how our car is sitting. Because the front, after I cut the springs, I measured it, from the fender line down, and it's perfect. So the rear is the next step. I actually want it to get lower, but I'm adding a substantial amount of weight already, and I'd like to, remove some of that. So we're going to see about cutting the springs in the rear, okay? So fairly simple. Like I said, I'm going to pop the trunk. Pull all the weight out of that bad boy. We'll grab a measurement on both sides. You know what I mean? Because we're only going to cut the springs a little bit. So if this side is sitting higher or whichever side is uneven, the side that's sitting higher will get more of a spring cut. You know what I mean? Depending on how the springs look also. If we pull out the springs and one is like this big and the other one is that big, then, that's a clear indicator of our issue as well. So we'll get to that once we get to that. But yeah, I want to see how close we are to being on bump stop. I want to take the springs out, jack up the rear end, and see how our clearance looks. Like if we're going to rub or if the drive shaft is going to rub in the middle. I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. So far though, I've been driving it quite a bit. As you can see, our front end is lowered. So I think it looks player. Kind of hard to give you guys a view of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's that 83 lack lowered. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want the rear to sit lower because, I don't know, I'm weird. I want everything to be on the floor. So let me get to it. I'll bring y'all right back. Alright, for those of you wondering what I meant, so we got 3 Odysseys, Group 31 AGMs back here. We got an XS Power AGM. There's another motorcycle AGM. There's like 3 boxes of this hardwood flooring. And then there's also this gigantic piece of C channel down here. So that's what we're using for weight, right? And that C channel goes all the way across. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a measurement. And hopefully that'll show you how much lowness, how much drop. See, look, we're right at like 18-inch. So you guys can't really see that, but just so that you know and I know, we all know it's at 18-inch, right? So after I pull all the weight out, we'll grab another measurement and we'll see what that's looking like, just so you can see how much drop you can get from the weight, all right? But now with all the weight removed, you could see how the rear has gone up. I'm going to see if this time, I could get it focused a little closer and be able to actually show you guys now. Can you see that? Or is it too close? Damn, recording with one hand is fairly difficult. Let's see if I can get it. Hold on. Yeah. So you see that? 21 from 18 to 21 inches. That means we achieved 3 inches of drop in the back of the Cadillac just from weight. So I mean, now the front is like pointed down hella and the back is all lifted up. The garage ain't the biggest. It's bigger than what I used to have, but I still can't show you guys the full whip really. Maybe I need a wider angle lens. And I got this beautiful box fan running. But yeah, look at that thing, dude. It's all jacked up now. So 3 inches is what we raised it up. So probably like 2 inches is what I actually want. And then I'm probably still going to weight it down. I just want the car to sit level, like with no weight. And then from there, I'm going to weight it down. You feel me? So I'm going to go ahead and jack it up now. The idea is to jack it up, put it on stands, let loose on the shocks, and let the rear end sag down so we could take them springs out, all right? All right, guys, pop the shocks off. Gonna go ahead and try and set the car down with just my left hand. Maybe I'll switch to the right. Oh yeah, the right. Damn, that jack stand moved a lot. I think it's good though. So the springs may or may not just fall out of this bad boy. Let me make sure those jack stands is on good. Oh yeah. We're holding. Go ahead and let this jack all the way down here. Oh. Alright, so looks like that's all she wants to go down there. Might be, oh, the thing is because it's maxing on the exhaust. Yeah, so this thing does have a true dual exhaust. You may or may not know that. So we get under, you can see true duals all the way out the back almost. But yeah, it does appear as though it's hitting right here. So the control arm is not going to, or the exhaust is not going to allow the control arm to go down anymore. But damn, the springs are still kind of tight. We'll have to pop them out some type of other way. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the springs. You can see that spring there does have those little like extender pieces. So we're going to remove all of that and see how they're looking before we fully just get rid of everything. All right. Yeet. All right, boss hogs, a little bit of a status update. As you can see, you got that rear right there. Springs are out of it. We've got it all the way jacked up. So as you could see, it's off the stand. And as you could see, clearing. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's super duper tight. I did a little bit of massaging. So let me see if I can get down here and kind of show you guys that. So if you look up in here, let's see. Oh yeah. See, so you can see how tight it is. The tire, but it does clear all the way. Got her sitting on the bump stop. Tuck in that 13 Dayton, you know what I mean? So what we're gonna do now, I've already verified that our drive shaft clears, it doesn't rub. Now that we have the wheels clearing, and by the way, this would not be possible if we didn't have Daytons. Daytons have a higher offset or a bigger back spacing. So the wheel itself is like more underneath the car. Same with the front. If you have China wheels, your Zenith China wheels, whatever you want to call them, you know, your Luxors, whatever you rock. They're all from China basically, so they got a different back spacing and they will stick out more and they will rub. You will not be able to achieve this height without narrowing the differential. Or unless you run like the little 13 by 5.5s, you know, those cute little things, or the 14 by 6s or whatever you want, you know what I mean? You could probably make it fit, but it's super duper close to the body line there. So I mean, I massaged the inside, the inner fender well, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. I just didn't want these to rub. So you can see where I was test fitting it, how the white wall got a little dirty from rubbing right there. But now you can spin it and it doesn't touch anything, so we're good. But like I said, it would not be possible without the D's. But I mean, there you have it. So I do intend on riding like this. I'm gonna cut probably like wherever the coil ends. I'll come over here, cut it like right here maybe, or I don't know. Maybe from this side, from right here, just straight down, bah. And then same deal over here, bah. So what I've learned about the car is the exhaust was kind of in the way. It was rubbing the axle. So I massaged it also with a big hammer to be able to get full clearance. So we're going to cut the springs the same. I believe that we only had to raise this side up because it was hitting. It was rubbing that other side, or at least that's my belief. So I'm going to cut the springs equally, and hopefully after cutting the springs, we can add some weight to get it to sit like this all the way down on the bump stops whenever we want to floss it. All right, so let me get to it.
Alright, Playboys, so this is how much we cut off of them. Figured I'd show you guys before I throw them back up under the car. There is one, like I said, it's just a hair taller, you know what I mean? They're cut in like damn near the exact same space. So, I mean, just a hair taller. And we're going to go ahead and put that one on the side that had the little lift kit looking shits. And I'll show you those right now. So these are like a coil spacer, right? So that your coil doesn't sag as much. So yeah, we're going to put that one on that side. And hopefully it works out. Oh yeah, I'd say she's sitting pretty right. It's got the proper tuckage now. Man, that's insane, brother. Yes, sir. It might be a little bit too sunny for y'all out here, but we tucking for real now. Ain't no way around it. That's pimping. And it didn't sound like it was rubbing or nothing, so hopefully everything's sitting right. Look at that, it tucks like the whole beginning part of the wheel. Damn, and then the view from up above is just insane. Like, look at all that tuck, man. Insane in the membrane, brothers. Damn, dude. So crazy that I just be doing this up in this garage right here, you know what I mean? I apologize for the wind noise if there is any, and if the picture is not in focus, but I don't know, I feel like this side still, is this side lower? I might have to put the tape on it, but this side looks a little bit lower. Whenever we completed it, you remember how I said that one side was going to be a slightly higher or taller spring? That was this side, right? So the driver's side, for whatever reason, sits lower. And I added some weight. Okay, so let me just break it down for you guys. Without weight, it was at 21 inches from the fender to the floor, right? With the weight, it was at 18 inches. So then after I cut the springs, put it back, no weight, this side was at 18 inches. And the other side was at 17 and a half. So the driver's side was still a little bit lower, even though we put the bigger spring on that side. So I added more weight to this side, and it made this side come all the way down to 17 inches and 17 inches. So I added enough weight to make this side come down like a whole inch and that side only half. But I might have to put the measuring tape to it again just to verify, because low-key this side now looks lower, so I might be able to pull a little bit of weight out, because I don't need it to be like, you know, the lowest thing on the block, but I do want it to tuck. And this side looks like it's just barely tucking. Damn. Yeah, you see, this side looks like it's just barely tucking. And then we'll go look at the other side. The other side looks like it's letting you know what I mean? Like, it's tucking for real. But who knows? Like I said, we'll slap a measuring tape on it. We'll probably put some miles on it just so that we get a better idea of how it is. But damn, this shit looks so crazy, boys. Look at the garage. Need to figure out what's up with these oil leaks though, man, because this is not cool. Just leaking all over the place, you know? Trying to figure it out, but the motor's been swapped, you know what I mean? It's an 83, questionably rebuilt. It is what it is. But oh damn, did I stepped in a little bit of that oil. Unsafe. All right, but yeah, that's gonna basically do it for this one, guys. It sits pretty low even with no weight. With no weight, it's just about level, but it sits like fender to lip of the wheel, so like an inch or so higher than here, at least an inch higher than here, but that'll be all right. That'll do it. hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see anything else, make sure to drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. We got the lack sitting right today though. I think it was the other side that was sitting lower still, but damn, this thing looks minty as hell. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below. I'll catch y'all in the next one, baby. Later.